What is Buddhism? Today, we will explore a question that seems simple, yet has been asked by millions of people around the world for more than 2.500 years. Have you ever wondered what has enabled Buddhism to endure and spread across the world for over 2 millennia? While so many other philosophies and belief systems have gradually faded into history. The answer is not found only in ancient temples or solemn rituals. The enduring strength of Buddhism lies in its practical teachings that can be applied in everyday life to help people understand themselves, overcome suffering, and discover lasting inner peace. Just look at modern life. Some people are wealthy, yet constantly anxious. Some are famous, yet deeply lonely. Others possess every material comfort, yet still feel an emptiness inside. This reminds us that happiness does not depend solely on what we possess, but on how we perceive and experience life. As the Buddha taught in the Dhammapada, mind precedes all phenomena. Mind is their chief, they are all mind-made. In other words, it is our own mind that determines how we experience the world. What is Buddhism? Buddhism is one of the world's major religions, founded by Prince Siddhartha Gautama, who later became known as the Buddha, the Awakened One. After witnessing old age, sickness, death, and the peaceful presence of a wandering monk, he realized that wealth, power, and social status could never free human beings from suffering. He left his life of luxury in the royal palace in search of the ultimate truth. After years of meditation and spiritual practice, he attained enlightenment beneath the Bodhi tree. He then spent the remaining 45 years of his life teaching a path that leads to the end of suffering, welcoming people from every background regardless of wealth, social class, or status. Buddhism originated in India around the 6th to 5th century BCE and has since spread to dozens of countries across the world. The Buddha's teachings, Dharma. The foundation of Buddhism is the Dharma, the teachings of the Buddha. These teachings are not dogmas that demand blind faith. Instead, the Buddha encouraged everyone to observe, experience, and verify the truth for themselves. In the Kalama Sutta, the Buddha advised, "Do not believe something merely because it has been passed down through tradition or because an authority says it is true. Examine it for yourself. If it leads to benefit and happiness, then accept it and live by it." This spirit of open inquiry and personal verification was remarkably progressive for the ancient world. For example, when someone becomes angry and reacts immediately with harsh words or actions, the conflict often grows worse. However, if that person pauses, takes a deep breath, and mindfully observes the anger before responding, many conflicts can be peacefully resolved. This is a practical example of applying the Dharma in everyday life. The Sangha. To preserve and share the Dharma, the Buddha established the Sangha, the community of monks and nuns who dedicate their lives to studying, practicing, and teaching the Buddha's path. Because of the Sangha, the Buddha's teachings have been carefully preserved and transmitted from generation to generation for more than 2.500 years. Today, in many countries, Buddhist temples are not only places of worship, but also centers for ethical education, meditation, community service, and charitable activities. What makes Buddhism unique? One of Buddhism's most distinctive features is that it does not emphasize praying to a supreme being to change one's destiny. Instead, Buddhism teaches that our future is shaped by our own actions, speech, and thoughts. As the Buddha said, "No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path." This teaching emphasizes personal responsibility. For example, if someone wants to be healthy but never exercises or maintains a balanced diet, simply praying cannot produce good health. Likewise, if we wish to cultivate inner peace, we must train our minds every day. The goal of Buddhism. The highest goal of Buddhism is enlightenment. Enlightenment is not a supernatural miracle, nor does it mean possessing extraordinary powers. Rather, it is a state of complete wisdom and inner freedom. where the mind is no longer controlled by greed, hatred, or delusion. An enlightened person continues to live in the world but is no longer overwhelmed by life's constant changes and challenges. The Buddha said in the Dhammapada, "Though one may conquer 1,000 men in battle 1,000 times, yet he who conquers himself is the noblest victor." Most of us have experienced anger, jealousy, fear, or anxiety. Overcoming these inner emotions is often far more difficult than defeating any external opponent. This inner victory is precisely the journey that Buddhism encourages each of us to undertake. Conclusion. For this reason, many people see Buddhism not merely as a religion, but as a path of ethical living, wisdom, and the art of living well. The Buddha's teachings remain deeply relevant today, in a world filled with stress, uncertainty, and constant change. Finally, one of the Buddha's most well-known teachings invites us to reflect. Hatred is never appeased by hatred. By love alone is hatred appeased. This is an eternal law. Dhammapada, verse 5. Perhaps this is why, after more than 2.500 years, Buddhism continues to inspire people across the globe. More than simply answering what we should believe, Buddhism offers a practical path that enables each of us to transform ourselves, to live with mindfulness, inner peace, wisdom, and genuine happiness in this very life.